Once, there was a woman who used to laugh without fear, but that was before she met him. He didn't seem dangerous at first. In fact, he seemed perfect. He said all the right things. He made her feel seen, wanted, and safe. She thought she had found someone who really understood her. But what she didn't know was that this was the beginning of something very dark. In the beginning, everything moved fast. He wanted to spend every moment with her. He made big promises. "We're going to build a beautiful life together," he said. It felt like a dream, but it wasn't real. It was a trap called love bombing. Slowly, things started to change. He began pointing out her flaws. He said she was too sensitive. He said she always made things about herself. He stopped listening. He started ignoring her. And when she cried, he rolled his eyes. Still, she tried harder. She thought if she just explained better, things would go back to the way they were. But they didn't. The person who once made her feel special now made her feel small. He told her that her memory was wrong. He said things didn't happen the way she remembered. "I never said that," he told her, even when she knew he did. "You're imagining things," he said, even when she was sure she wasn't. This is called gaslighting. It made her question her own mind. She began to feel confused all the time. Tired, nervous, like walking through fog, like walking on eggshells. He promised to take care of everything. At first, it felt nice, but soon he started controlling what she could spend. He made her feel guilty for buying small things. If she disagreed with him, he would say, "After all I do for you, this is how you act?" She felt trapped. She had no money of her own and no way out. This was financial abuse. He also used the world around her to keep control. He knew how to act kind in front of others. People believed him. He was calm and polite with them, but cold and cruel behind closed doors. He made her feel like no one would believe her. He even used systems like legal papers or parenting rules to scare her. When she tried to get help, the system didn't always see what was happening. She began to believe that maybe she was the problem. Maybe she wasn't trying hard enough. Maybe she was broken. That's what he wanted her to think. Sometimes he would come back to her with flowers or kind words, just when she was about to leave. He would say, "I miss us. I can change," but it never lasted. The kindness was only there to keep her from walking away. And then the pain would return again and again. She felt like she was on a roller coaster and she couldn't get off. He used her kindness against her. He knew she didn't want to hurt anyone. He called her selfish when she tried to take care of herself. He said she wasn't spiritual enough when she needed space. He said she was just like the others when she had boundaries. This is how narcissists twist empathy into a weapon. And the hardest part? She forgot who she was. She stopped trusting her feelings. She stopped laughing. She stopped dreaming. Her world became smaller and smaller. Every decision had to be made carefully, so he wouldn't get angry. Every word was a risk. But one day, something changed. It wasn't a big moment. She was sitting alone, just breathing, and she heard something inside her, a whisper, a tiny voice. It said, "This is not love." She didn't leave right away. That takes time, but that voice stayed. It grew stronger each day. She started writing things down. She started asking questions. She started noticing patterns. She talked to people she could trust, and she began to rebuild her strength. She learned that love doesn't make you afraid. It doesn't make you smaller. It doesn't twist your mind. Real love feels safe. Real love gives you space to be yourself. She learned to trust herself again, even when she still felt unsure, even when he tried to make her doubt, even when people didn't understand. She made a plan. She found a way to get her own money. She reached out for help. She began to see the truth. She wasn't weak. She had just been deeply manipulated. And even though the road out was hard, she walked it. Step by step, now she's free. Not perfect, not fully healed, but free, and that's enough. She still has bad days, but she also has peace. She laughs again. She dreams again. She remembers who she is. And if you're reading this and it feels familiar, if someone is making you feel small, confused, or afraid, know this: it's not your fault. You're not crazy, you're not weak. You are waking up. The voice inside you is still there. Listen to it. You don't need their approval. You need your truth. And your truth is enough. Do you want to talk about it? You can share what you've been through. You can ask for more stories like this. You can ask questions. There's space for you here. You are not alone, and your story matters.